Hi, I'm Doug Black. I'm editor-in-chief at Inside HPC. And today at Virtual SC 2020, we are with Michael Woodacre. He is HPE Fellow and Chief Technology Officer of HPC and Mission Critical Systems at HPE. And Michael, it's a pleasure to be with you today.
It's a pleasure to be with you too, Doug.
Thank you. So I understand that earlier this year you took on a new role at HPE within Pete Ungaro's HPC Mission Critical Solutions Edge lab structure. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. I think many people are aware HPE acquired Cray just over a year ago, and as part of that integration work over this past year, there's been a few reorganizations, and back in May, we brought in the Mission Critical Solutions team, the Edgeline team, to work alongside the HPC team. And then ultimately, we also brought Hewlett-Packard Labs into that organization under the leadership of Pete Ungaro, former Cray CEO. And so now we have a new organization that's really, pushing forward technology in all sorts of interesting ways. And then as part of this reorganization, Pete asked me to lead the CTO office, which obviously is an honor and pleasure to do with the great people I get to work with. And yeah, very excited with the capabilities we've got in this team.
Okay. Now, certainly a big focus at SC this year will be Exascale. Tell us about maybe a quick update on HPE Gray and the work you're doing in Exascale with the DOE labs.
Yeah, no, it's a really exciting time right now. Obviously, we have had the announcements of not only the 3 Exascale systems with the DOE, Lawrence Livermore, Oak Ridge, Argonne, National Labs. We've also got some pre-Exascale wins, with Los Alamos as well, and with NERSC. And so, there's a ton of things going on. Obviously, when you're talking about deploying a new generation of technology, leveraging all of the great innovations that the Cray team have been putting into the Shasta system, now known as HPE Cray EX systems in the market. We're now working with the labs, working through obviously milestones as we work to deliver on these just tremendously exciting systems. So there's obviously lots of work, both finalizing technology. You can imagine there's a lot of procuring of material that goes into these, getting the whole manufacturing pipeline set up, and then actually, very importantly on the application side, we're already ahead of the delivery of the systems, working with the labs on their key codes, getting the software environment tuned up for the latest, CPU and GPU technologies we're deploying in these systems. So, that's absolutely critical, obviously, to get the efficiency of applications that at the end of the day, the users are demanding with these capabilities.
Okay. Now, looking at Europe, tell us about HPE and the work you're doing with Europe's Exascale projects.
Yeah, again, the work here is picking up the Cray EX systems. We've had a very nice recent win in a pre-Exascale system with the Lumi system that's actually under the Euro HPC funding umbrella. There's 10 nations behind that system. It's pretty exciting in a number of ways. Obviously, the breadth of nations that are going to be involved in that, but also its deployment at the CSC Finland data center in Kahani, and using hydroelectric power, so very environmental setup, and not only using low carbon power, but also using the heat generated by the system to heat the local town. So really exciting development there. And then we've had some other engagements again under the Euro HPC umbrella. Recent win with IT4 Innovations in the Czech Republic, actually with our Apollo system there. So one of the things we're really keen on is being a provider of a whole array of technologies, so customers can really choose how they configure the systems for the best benefit of their users. And then supporting these customers, we have a few key technology centers. So we have our European Research Lab hosted out of Basel in Switzerland, and this team really also provides kind of center of excellence type engagement with the customers, helping them with codes, efficiencies. We've also got a Grenoble center, again, engaging with the HPC community. And finally, we've just, one of the exciting developments is we have a manufacturing facility in the Czech Republic, and we're just adding the ability to actually build the water-cooled systems. This was a capability previously only available in the US, but we're now delivering it here locally in Europe. So that makes it really nice as we move into these large system procurements to have systems built and manufactured in Europe.
Okay, great. Thank you. With so much work being done in exascale class systems, what do you think the ultimate benefit? In what ways will that benefit the broader HPC market?
So we definitely see exascale as this new era of computing, and so as we're building these incredibly large systems delivering that sustained exascale computing, it's really the whole architecture is really set around the ability to as we're all generating more and more data from instruments, but also running simulations and using AI. So we're bringing all of these kind of workloads together. It's becoming a really heterogeneous environment as people look to basically extract understanding from data through both data analytics, through simulation, through AI techniques. And so we see that these technologies are really, they're fundamental at the large exascale level to get the level of capability we need to take on those most challenging applications. But they also scale down, because we see even in smaller HPC deployments, but also in the broader enterprise use case, they have similar challenges in needing to process ever increasing amounts of data, to link together different types of processing, have real-time analytics, have leveraged the power of AI techniques. So we really see, obviously a key foundation for the Cray EX systems is the Slingshot interconnect, standard Ethernet interconnect, but built with real-time congestion management. That again lets, when I mention all these different types of processing going on, they kind of have different characteristics when you look at the data traffic. And so the Slingshot technology just reacts in real time, so they can all run seamlessly together without impacting the performance of each other. And that's critical, again, in the broader HPC space and the business space, where at the extreme end, if you're running analytics in a business, equally you don't want someone running an analytics job getting in the way of someone running a key transactional job that could impact your business.
Okay, great. Now tell us some of the more interesting things your customers are doing with HPE technology.
So it's a great question. There's lots going on. People obviously at Exascale were taking on key challenges around looking at climate change research. looking at new, into new energy sources, material science. One of the things that I think is, it's really relevant today and super exciting is how, this year with the COVID-19 pandemic, it's how can we use HPC technologies to accelerate the ability for healthcare professionals to literally save lives, right, through treatments and vaccines. And so what we've seen, and as I mentioned earlier, in general, we're seeing the need to bring together traditional simulation and AI techniques. And for instance, earlier this year, we've been involved, in some collaborations where we were doing natural language processing on medical research. So literally, you've got tens of thousands of documents that one doctor is just not going to be able to read this material and make sense of it. So, but by using AI techniques, you can, provide question and answer interfaces to process that data, leveraging AI techniques. And then you can also use AI techniques as we're looking to find compounds for treatments. We can use AI techniques to narrow the search for compounds, and then use that narrowed down search to do the high resolution molecular dynamic simulations, using traditional HPC modeling to again, really focus how we're using equipment. And so, as I say, I don't think it's literally the research in COVID-19. We know it's so important to, and the good, while unfortunately we see spikes around the globe, the good news is as treatments are coming online, thankfully we see the reduced death rates, and we like to feel HPC technology has been part of that journey this last year in helping move us towards treatments.
Yeah, that's no doubt that'll be a huge topic at the conference this week about the role of HPC and COVID, and it's a great story. So, well, Michael, thanks so much for your time and for the HPE update, and thank you again.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks. Hope everyone has a great SC.